Come back to Fact Sports. It's your boy Stega. You can follow me on Twitter at Stega. So in this video, I'll be talking about the ongoing African Cup of Nations qualifiers, and also I'll be talking about the group stages and also the last three edition of the African Cup of Nations. And also, before I even go into it, let me acknowledge my sponsors for today's video. I have the Jones Appliances and also One Tampa Hotel, and lastly, Seven Stars Mineral Water. So please make sure you watch this video to the end so that you will get any update that I'll be talking about in this particular video. So the AFCON 2023 is ongoing, and we have some teams already qualified to the AFCON, which will be hosted in Ivory Coast next year. So without wasting much time, let me take you through the groups. That is, in Group A, we have Nigeria, we have Guinea-Bissau, we have Sierra Leone, and also Sao Tome and Principe. Lastly, Mauritius. Yeah. Group B, there is Burkina Faso, Cape Verde, Togo, and Eswatini. Group C, Namibia, Cameroon, and Burundi. Group D, there is Egypt, Guinea, Malawi, and Ethiopia. Group E, we have Ghana, yeah, the Black Stars of Ghana, Angola, Central African Republic, and Madagascar. In Group F, we have Algeria, Tanzania, Uganda, and Niger. Group G, we have Mali, Gambia, Congo, and South Sudan. Group H, there is Zambia, Ivory Coast, Comoros, and Lesotho. Group I, we have DR Congo, Mauritania, Gabon, and Sudan. Group J, we have Tunisia, Equatorial Guinea, Botswana, and Libya. Group K, we have South Africa, Morocco, and Liberia. And the last group, which is Group L, we have Senegal, the defending champions, Mozambique, Benin, and Rwanda. Sorry. So this is the current stages or the groups of the ongoing African Cup of Nations, and teams have already qualified at the likes of Nigeria, Burkina Faso, Namibia. We have Egypt, Ghana, Angola. We have also Algeria, Ivory Coast, and the likes of Ivory Coast. They will be hosting the tournament come next year. So the top scorers in this AFCON, it's surprising. So I'll talk about the 5 top scorers in this current AFCON, and I will start with Victor Osimhen from Nigeria, who plays his football club for SSC Napoli. Victor Osimhen has scored 7 goals in the ongoing African Cup of Nations. He has scored 7 goals for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Also, I have Louis Mufota. Yeah, this guy scored against the Black Stars of Ghana in their last game at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium in Kumasi. So Louis Mufata also has scored 5 goals for Central African Republic, and he is the second. He is the second top scorer in the AFCON qualifiers, the 2023 AFCON qualifiers, followed by Youssef Misakini. Yeah, Youssef Misakini, who plays his football for his national team is Tunisia. He has scored 5 goals, and Sadio Mane also has scored 5 goals. And lastly, Dango Ouattara, he also has scored 5 goals for Burkina Faso. So there are players making their debut, or better still, making their first appearances for their national team when the AFCON is concerned. We have players like Onana. Onana was playing before, but he was dropped for some reasons, and for this particular qualifiers, he was called up again. And also players like Inaki Williams, who initially was not part of this team when it comes to the AFCON qualifiers, also made his debut for the senior national team, the Black Stars of Ghana. When you go to Senegal, we have Sofiane Diop and then Andy Diop also. They are making their first appearances for Senegal, the defending champions. And it's quite interesting how Senegal are performing in this AFCON with Sadio Mane scoring 5 goals in this particular qualification. So talking about the last three editions, so in 2017, which was hosted in Gabon, Cameroon came up against Egypt in the final, of which Cameroon were able to win that particular tournament over Egypt. Coming back in 2019, which was also hosted in Egypt, yeah, the Pharaohs of Egypt. The final was between Algeria and Senegal. So in that game, Algeria won that particular AFCON. That was in 2019 over Senegal. Also in 2021, hosted in Cameroon, Senegal played against Egypt, which we saw Sadio Mane coming up against Mohamed Salah, of which it ended in a penalty shootout, and Senegal were able to win that particular tournament over Egypt, making them the defending champions of the African Cup of Nations. And the next edition will be hosted in Ivory Coast, which is next year. So some teams have already qualified, like I said. Teams like Ghana have already qualified. Senegal have already qualified. Egypt, Guinea, Angola also. Ivory Coast, yes, the host nation. Ivory Coast already qualified to the 2023 African Cup of Nations that will be hosted by them. So they are going to host the next edition of the African Cup of Nations. Okay, please, before I move to the next stage of this video, please make sure you subscribe to this channel and make sure you have your notification turned on so that each time I upload a new video, you will get the notification and then you can watch. Also, let me extend the top scorers for the African Cup of Nations. Like I said, the first person is Victor Osimhen, yeah, with 7 goals. We have Mufata also with 5 goals. Sorry, Sadio Mane. We have Sadio Mane with 5 goals. Musakini Yusuf with 5 goals. Daka also with 5 goals. We have also, when you come down, you have Jorginho of Guinea-Bissau with 5 goals. Mohamed Kudus for Ghana with 3 goals, and Mohamed Kudus happens to be the only Black Star player to come in the top 15 top scorers in the African Cup of Nations qualified top scorers. So he happens to have 3 goals in 6 matches, 3 goals in 6 matches, making him the top scorer for the Black Stars of Ghana as far as the AFCON qualifying stages is concerned. So we have Kudus also there. We have Bakambu also there. We have Banda of Zambia with 2 goals. So this is the updates of the African Cup of Nations, and we have matches also coming up today, and I will take you through the matches, the games for today. Some of the groups have already played their matches. When it comes to Group A, we are done with Group A, which sees Ghana and Angola qualifying to the African Cup of Nations, which will be hosted in Ivory Coast. So Ghana and Angola have already qualified to the next stage of the competition. So today we have matches like DR Congo will be hosting Sudan. Also, Comoros will play against Zambia at home. Morocco will welcome. That match has been postponed due to some reasons. So Morocco match against Liberia has been postponed. Moving forward, we have Senegal and Rwanda. We have Nigeria playing against Sao Tome and Principe, and also Togo coming up against Cape Verde, Gambia against Congo, Guinea-Bissau against Sierra Leone, and also Cameroon against Burundi. So this is the updates of the African Cup of Nations qualifying stages. And like I said, some teams already qualified already, and today some of the games will continue, and we will know the rest of the teams that will join them to play in the African Cup of Nations 2023. Please, if this is your first time here, you can like this video, comment, and also make sure you subscribe to this channel. Please subscribe. Till we meet again, thanks for